Oh, guys, this is what to bring to the DPS. This is for teenagers under the age of 18. These are for teenagers under 18, okay? So some of y'all have called me, asked me, you want to do the DPS test? We do that. We know other schools and other areas that do that too. So be aware of that. I know this phone number may not match your area code of where we may be at. That's okay. It's just my closest number to myself. So I'll always had that number. I don't think phone numbers matter anymore now. So, you leave and you keep your phone number forever. So anyway, we're all over Texas. So let's go over what you need to bring to the DPS for teenagers. Okay. First thing I want you to do is take your permit out. If you want to pause the video, let's take this permit out. The first thing we want to look at is the EXP date. Your permit may not look like this, but it'll be something like this. We want to look for this EXP date. Make sure it didn't expire, because if it did, you're going to need to go renew your permit, okay? And if it's been expired more than probably 30 days, maybe 40 days, you need to call me, because now you need to switch to the adult course, all right? The other thing that we want to look for is basically on the back. So we're looking for the issue date. Everything's good. We're 16. There's our date of birth. Our permit number is usually something like this right here, okay? And so that's what we're going with, okay? Now, let's look at the back. Take it, flip it on the back. Here is the back. What we're looking for is the restrictions on the back. And I know parents, you're going to have to go get a magnifying glass to see this, but basically, this is the must hold date in which they got to hold the permit for 6 months. Some people call it the 180-day wait period or whatever. But once that date passes, you can test on that date. So if that date's 3/10/2026 or whatever, you can date on that date or after. So just be aware of that. I do have a note from third-party testing that you can do that. So just be aware of that. All right, so that's what you're looking for. If that's all eligible or that is coming, you can call me to schedule your appointment out ahead of time, okay? And then we'll talk about those must-hold dates and birth dates, because I may ask about those, okay? So now let's go to the next thing. The next thing is the paperwork. So somewhere in there, you did some paperwork, and you did a permit test, and you got a certificate. Looks like this. It's called the Learner's License Certificate. It may have a number over here, DEE or PT or whatever. It doesn't really matter, all that kind of stuff. You'll know that it's the learner's license because it has a grade for rules and a grade for signs, okay? This is the wrong certificate, okay? Again, this is the wrong certificate. You do not want this certificate. There's another one that looks like this, the same thing. Again, it's the learner's license only. It's for the permit. You probably did the first chapter, got your permit, and never went back in there and finished. Or you did finish and you just never printed out the final certificate. All right? So this is an older certificate, but it says for driver's license only. You know it's for driver's license only because it asks for your permit. It'll ask for a completion date. It'll ask for a laboratory date. A lot of people call me and say, Coach, do I need to turn your log into me? No, because they will already put your date in there because you gave them the last time you drove. Then you're going to check this box here. You're going to sign as the parent, and you're going to put the last date you drove right here, and you'll put in your driver's license. I think the new one will not ask for driver's license. I'm going to show you that in the next screen. This is the newest one. It's real long version. You'll see how it's long. This is the most updated one. Again, it says for driver's license only. There has been a new change to these. And if you didn't, this is not one of your certificates and it's not changed, I'll show you how to fix it without getting a hold of your people, okay? So obviously it'll say DEE over here. Make sure the number is, a random number. It ain't like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? There's no way a number would be like that, okay? The new change is, I think your box only here would be checked. Now, both boxes must be checked, okay? Now, if you notice your box is not checked, color it in if and only if this box transfer is not checked, Okay. If they didn't check the transfer, you're good. You could color this box in if it's not been colored. Some of the older companies like Aceable and all them, they just forgot to do them. Okay. So anyway, but if the box here says transfer, stop what you're doing, get on the phone and call me, because that is a major thing we need to discuss. All right. Make sure your name's correct. All right. Date of birth, male, female. Okay. They have a date here. They have a date here. They could be the same dates. They may have your permit number here. They may not have software good enough to ask for something like that. So it's okay if you handwrite it in. Okay. Then you're going to sign here. You're going to put your TDLR number here. The instructor may sign. They may have their name printed there. Okay. The school in which you did driver's ed at this is the name of the school. That'll be important for a screen coming up. Okay. So right here, you'll check the box, 30 hours, sign here, and that's all you got to do. And then this drive time date here is the last time you drove. If you do this, guys, you do not need the 30-hour log. Again, if you do this, you do not need the 30-hour log. If the kid is over 18, have them sign here, and we don't need mom's signature over here. Okay? Now, right here, guys, this is a no-no. Do not fill this out. If you've already filled this out and wrote in dates there or numbers, cut the bottom off. Get rid of it. Okay? This should only be filled out at the bottom if and only if the box transfer is checked. See? Notice the box, it says transfer. Okay? You're only filling that out if you are transferring to another school. And again, if you got that, call me. I know how to fix it easy where you ain't got to go to driving school, pay $500 to do drive times. I will show you how to do that for $35. Okay? All right. That is basically how you do all that. All right? So those are the forms. So we're going to go over some more documents. All right? Now, some of y'all may have this old form here. These are going to be outdated come May of 2026. If you got a PT form, you might be in trouble, okay? You may have to go back to the your school and see them, and may have to get get another certificate with your number on there or something. I don't know. If you got a PT certificate, just call me. I need to know this date right here. What is the issue date here? And I'll tell you yes or no on it, okay? All right. So if you got a PT certificate, call me on that, and then I'll talk about this date here, the date issue. Okay. But these are gone May 2026, May 2026. Okay. So again, let's repeat what you need. You obviously need your permit. We talked about the must hold date. Okay. The next thing you need is the impact. There is a QR code for the impact video. Okay. All right. Pause the video, take a picture of that QR code, watch your impact, print this off. All right. Here's the link to it if you want to go link-wise or whatever. And then make sure you sign it and your parent signs it. Okay. It doesn't matter which parent. All right. And then the next thing you need is your 964 certificate. Remember, we need the one that says for driver's license only, and we're not filling out this bottom. Now, for me, guys, if you bring the certificate to me and you don't fill it out, I will gladly show you how to fill this certificate out, okay? So you can leave it here, and I'll show you exactly how to fill that out so you don't screw it up. I'm fine with that. Other driving schools, if you go to them, they may force you to fill it out. They may ask for 15,000 logs, whatever, okay? So, but basically, if you sign that 30-hour box and sign it and put your date down there, no driving school should be asking you for that log, okay? All right, because what the driving school could have done is put that in there, and you could have showed it to the driving school, and the driving school could have filled it out for you. So they don't know the difference. You see what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. Just make sure it's signed and it's dated there for that 30 hours. All right? So I hope all that helps. Let's see our next screen here. Okay. Now, let's talk about what happens when you pass the driving test. Okay. You know, I get calls, hey, coach, can we use your car, my car? I don't care. You use your car, my car, Santa Claus's sled. It don't matter to me. Okay. Uh, most schools probably will charge you for their school. I don't. All right. If they're a reasonable school, they won't. All right. So two things happen. Okay. The first step is you could get a sealed envelope. Okay, with your scores in it and your paperwork in it, and it's sealed up, and you take that, walk it back down the DPS and turn it in. The cool thing about the sealed envelope, guys, and it's cool going with the driving school, is all you got to do is pick the word change or renew and get an appointment. And those are faster, especially you people in Dallas and Fort Worth. All right. So you can't get appointments out there for like 4 or 5 months, but you could go to a driving school, get the sealed envelope, and pick the word change or renew, and you can get that appointment like in 2 or 3 weeks, okay, or a month. You see. So the other one is new. Not too many driving schools know how to do this. I do this. If you want to come to me, I have places kind of all over, but this is the second step. And what this is, I upload your documents to the cloud. It's called never going back to the DPS. Yes, never going back to the DPS. I upload you to the cloud. You go into the cloud. You make your portal or account, and then all of a sudden DPS looks at it. They take about 2 or 3 days. Once they look at it, you grab your license in the cloud, and then you wait for the hard copy to come in the mail 30 days later, and you're driving in 2 or 3 days. And stuff. The difference between the two, the sealed envelope is good if you want your license on your birthday and you have an appointment set up on your birthday. But if you hate the DPS and never want to go back, this is a pretty good option. If you want this version, just re-text me or email me. I prefer a text better than that. Text me and let me know that you want to know you don't want to go back to DPS. But when you tell me that you don't want to go back to DPS, please give me your city so I can kind of find out if there's something, if I'm in that area or I have someone in that area that does that. All right. So pretty cool stuff there. This is really cool on that. All right. Next thing, now to wrap up, again, call us if you need that. Here's my cell phone for y'all that need to text me. Okay. You can text me your paperwork, shoot me your paperwork. I'll tell you bad or good. Okay. You know, and so forth. So, you know, let me know on that. All right. We also do the driving test in many other cities. Okay. And obviously, I told you about if you're looking at not go back DPS, you can text me that. Okay. Hey, guys, subscribe to this channel or give me a thumbs up or give me a comment on it. Okay. I'm trying to get this. I had a lot of likes on my old video like this, but I wanted to update it with the newest paperwork and the newest updates. So you were up to date to right now. Pretty much nothing, no certificates are going to change unless they change all of driver's ed now. I think we got the final certificate in there. They made the rules pretty good. And obviously, we're coming to a city near you if we're not there. And basically, guys, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. I got all kinds of new driver's ed videos in there. I also I got a video in there on how to do parallel parking without using with using the backup camera. Okay, we're allowing that to use on our DPS test. If other driving schools don't allow you to use it, shame on them. So because it is part of the stuff, and the more cameras, the more stuff you got to help you out in the car, the better it makes the car, is what I think. All right. So anyway, guys, we'll see you later. Wrap it up. Coach Adams signing out. See you out there on the roads.